Good morning, you guys. What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. Welcome to a new vlog. I just filmed that entire intro and it wasn't recording and it was so long that my eye patches have literally dried up. Also, I don't recommend these paper ones. They're not great. But as you guys know, we're doing a low buy right now and I'm trying to use up things that we have. But these are making me miss the Grace and Stella ones so much. So yeah, let's just pretend they're fresh and new. We're doing a little self-care moment this morning. I just need to hit the reset button, you know, like factory reset, default settings. Let's start from scratch. Before y'all come for me, because I know it's American Thanksgiving this week, look outside the window right now. There's snow. It is -5 out. So it is winter, okay? The calendar does not decide winter. Mother Nature does. And fall's gone. She's hibernating. She's hibernating for winter. I want it to be more of just like an overall reset. And I'm really looking forward to it. I really feel like I need it. I kind of thought that my 50-day challenge would just kind of like, not fix everything. Nothing needs to be magically fixed, but like I would just wake up like today, day 20, and be like, oh wow, I'm like a new person. And while it's definitely laid the foundation, I have realized in like the last few weeks that one, happiness and your spark are not necessarily the same thing. Like you can be content but missing that spark, and I think it's because a lot of us are on like maintenance mode. Like we just are living Groundhog Day over and over again. Like I wake up early, I do an hour of social media work, and then I start work, and then after work I do an hour of social media work, and then I work out, and then I eat dinner, and then I read my book and I go to bed. Like, and it's like rinse and repeat every single day, and I'm missing that little just like spark of excitement for everyday life and just like making little things feel magical again. And I do think that you can be happy and missing your spark. Like I don't necessarily think they're the same thing. I think that my candle is burning, but it's just like slowly dwindling out. And so I want to do some things for myself today that are gonna, you know, like spark me back up again. And I kind of thought my challenge would do that for me, but I've realized that my mental health loves structure and consistency. However, my spark comes from being creative and finding joy in the little things, spending time with others. I know as an introvert that's shocking, but like people that fill up my cup, doing things spontaneously, and just like looking at life a little bit more fun. And I think that's something that I've been lacking lately. Like I've just been on this maintenance mode, and especially going into December, which is such a busy time of year, I really want to set myself up for success and not lose sight of that like whimsy and that fun and that magic. And yeah, life's just felt like a little flat lately. Like I am content like day to day. I feel a little beige as someone trying to be a colorful maximalist. That's like the best way to explain it. Like I'm feeling beige when I want to be colorful, and it's like nothing big or dramatic, or like I'm not spiraling or anything. I just, once again, I feel like I'm in this like maintenance mode, and I want to get out of that, especially going into winter, and just like really reignite that spark. I'd love to brainstorm some home projects. I think that's a big reason why my spark has felt missing. I am someone who I love, like I wouldn't say I guess I am a creative person. I don't view myself as creative, which is silly because I make content and I love being creative in that sense. I love being creative with our home, and that's something I think that's been missing. For me, creativity really ignites my spark. So we're gonna plan some home stuff today. Honestly, I might just like do something on a whim because I think that's so fun, and like that to me sounds so giddy and exciting. So we might do like a little home project or something today just to like reignite that spark for the house again. I feel like we have been kind of doing boring stuff for the last few months, which has to be done, but it's pushed back a lot of fun stuff. Have to redo our plumbing in our basement, which luckily Matt wants to learn and do and figure out himself, which is great. It's still going to cost us, you know, a chunk of change, and that has pushed back, you know, finishing our dining room and starting the breakfast nook and all these fun things, because unfortunately home renos are not always fun. I wish they could be. And I really just want to keep preparing myself for winter, which sounds silly, but as someone who struggles with their mental health, like I really have to prepare for it. I really do. And I've realized over the years that the best Venn diagram example I can give is like routine and structure is here, and then this is like relaxing, and I need there to be overlap, but I need them to both have their place. So today's goal is to just like make life feel good, get that spark back before winter hits. I've been yapping for way too long to start this video off. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. I'm gonna finish my puzzle. I wanna do something for myself this morning. I have like literally maybe 20 pieces left in it, which will make me feel so accomplished. And then I also want to make bread today. That's something fun for me. And I've made bread in the bread maker. Matt's made bread from scratch, but I've never done it. And I found an easy recipe, and I figured, why not? The worst that's gonna happen, like Matt last night was like, I was like, I kind of want to make bread, but like, I don't know how. And he was like, what's the worst that happens? Like, it doesn't turn out and you try again. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So that's something that like, it feels fun to me. It feels new. It feels like igniting that spark is just trying something new with no pressure on myself for it to turn out. To rise, I think, for 3 hours. So I'm going to prep that as well. And then we'll get into the video. But I want to get ready for the day and I'm going to take these off now. They're like very papery. Let's hit the reset button. I'm so excited. Okay. Now we're setting a 3-hour timer to let it rise and sit, do its thing. Little check-in. It is currently 10:30. I just took the girls for a walk. I got myself ready for the day, put my hair up, claw clip, slick back. I'm ready to tackle the world. I am so excited about my bread. Like, it's just bringing me so much joy right now. And I feel like I need to do more of that, just like trying things. I'm very like scared to try new things. Like, I have had make cinnamon rolls from scratch on my 2025 goal list, like as a fun goal, and I haven't done it because I'm just like, I overthink it. Like, I just need to go for it and try it. And I think that's part of the reason that I don't feel like this spark right now is because I'm kind of just like leaning into things that are comfortable, which isn't a bad thing, but I need to like do things outside of my comfort zone and be uncomfortable and try new things, because I think that's where a lot of fulfillment comes into play. Well, first of all, if you're feeling the same, like you're just feeling kind of like that spark, like I'm content day to day, but I just felt like that little spark was missing. Like, maybe brainstorm and write down ways in which like in the past you felt that spark, or when you think back to like when your spark was its brightest, like what were you doing? And for me, I love doing home projects, and obviously there's gonna be periods of time like the last couple of months where we just had, you know, things that came up, like we needed a new fridge and that pushed back some projects, and now, you know, we have to do this plumbing and that's gonna push back projects too because it's obviously urgent. I just get so much joy from doing like these refreshes and home projects and little room makeovers and getting creative about how to do it on a budget and using what we have. And I kind of thought to myself, I was talking with Matt about it, we were just like brainstorming some like Q1 home goals for next year to start like budgeting for. And I was like, I want to like take on a project for myself. I want to learn to do more things. And I just find a lot of creativity and fun in doing that. So I was trying to think of a room that like we haven't really touched since we moved in that I could do just like a little refresh on a budget. And I instantly was like, our main floor bathroom. It's obviously the bathroom everyone uses when they come over. It needs a little pizzazz, it needs a little decorating, it's very random in here, and we just haven't spent a lot of time, obviously, like putting any love into it. So I've decided I'm gonna give it a little bit of a makeover and try and do it like as budget friendly as I can. So like I'm gonna use paint that we already have. It's gonna be the same color as our upstairs vanity, but like I love that color, so it's fine. I think it contrasts really well to the pattern tile, and I don't really like, wanna go out, swatch paint, and like I just figured it'll look good. I'm not a fan of the red. I want to switch the mirror out for one that we already have. And maybe like I need a piece of art for here. It needs a fresh coat of paint. I'm thinking curtains. I don't know, that like to me feels really, really fun. I find that when I keep myself busy, not in like a toxic productivity way, but when I keep myself like just busy, it also just helps my mental health too. And I find that when I'm like bored, I tend to scroll, and scrolling doesn't help my mental health, and it's all related. So I figured it was something fun to do on the weekends. That way I feel like sometimes when we do a big project, I'm kind of like waiting for Matt, because like I don't know how to use this tool or do that, and I really want to push myself to learn next year so that I don't feel like, obviously it's fun doing projects together, but I want to gain more confidence in like even putting up trim or paneling and things like that. So I'm gonna share with you guys kind of like my plans for this space. And then my goal for today, if we can, would be to paint the vanity. I just need to do like one little thing to just like get that spark going again for a home project. And I think it's gonna be really good. So that's on the docket for today. As well as I really want to make a winter bingo card. I thought that would be so much fun. So we're going to work on that. I do think this vlog might carry over a little bit into tomorrow because I want to go through just like a few little ways that I'm tweaking my morning routine to kind of reset for winter, and then also go over my budget. I'm kind of pushing that as far as I can to the end of the month so it's the most accurate possible. Like the spark is not always going to be there, but then I think that maybe makes you appreciate it a lot more when it is there. Anyways, I'm just yapping yap now. Let me show you this space and then maybe we'll just paint the vanity because like, why not? Maybe we'll just do that now. That could be really fun to do. It won't take me too long. It's not too big. I might just do like the front today and then I can tackle like the sides another day. But I'm very excited about it. It's not even a vanity. It's a sideboard that either the previous owners bought or they turned into a vanity. And I also need to figure out, I'd love some advice actually if you guys know what I should do with the top. I was thinking about just getting contact paper because it obviously wasn't sealed properly, so it has a ton of water damage, which is kind of a bummer. Let me show you. So here is the sideboard slash vanity. Obviously it was not sealed properly, as you can tell. So it has just like a lot of water damage. There's also just like some staining on this sink. I don't know if it was used like to wash paintbrushes or something, but like some of the corners are just like stained. I have no idea how to get that out. Like I've just not been able to get this like super clean. Like since we moved in, there's just like some stained parts. And if you guys know what I can use, like please let me know. I'd love to know. These are fake drawers. They don't actually work. So I just like spackled up the holes the other day when I got the idea to like do this. And then these are like little drawers here. You guys have seen them before on like decluttering videos. So I'm gonna paint this. I think it'll be nice. Trying to figure out what to do here if we do contact paper. I think that's just like the easiest thing to do. Or maybe just like re-stain it, but then I'd have to seal it. I mean, I'm sure down the line we'll redo this bathroom, but it's just like not a priority in the next couple of years. So I'm trying to give it a little bit of a refresh, if you will. And then I think I'm gonna change out this mirror. It's just like a little too modern, I think, in here. And I have an extra gold one, so I figured I would use that, put that up. We have this really big window in here with frosted glass, but I did have cafe curtains in here originally. I just didn't love it. So I was thinking about actually just doing some full length curtains and like stopping them at the bottom of the window. Maybe changing out this light fixture. I'm not quite too sure. I mean, that would be the only thing we'd really need to like buy. It would be nice to have sconces on both sides, but I don't really like, we would need to hardwire it and that feels like a lot of work. So I might just, honestly, maybe I'll just keep the light fixture. I don't hate it. We'll see with the new mirror. I'd like to just tidy this spot up and maybe get like a nice container for the laundry detergent and just kind of like make this look a little bit nicer. I've already gone ahead and as you can see, I've spackled a few spots. I'd love to put a piece of art here. I had a piece of art above the toilet, but I think because it's so long and narrow, I should probably put something right where this like panel is almost and just kind of put a big piece of art there to kind of like center the wall and add something to it and like balance it out. So anyways, that is, I guess, the plan for this space. Kind of like a little bit of a hodgepodge right now. And since it's the main bathroom people use when they come over, I'd love to give it a little bit of a facelift. So I just hung up the mirror in the bathroom and it looks so good. It is a little bit of a tricky situation because that outlet is just not in the right spot. Like it looks so close to the mirror, but your mirror should be centered on your sink and the sink is in the middle of the vanity. So I wasn't like too sure what to do. So I just centered it over the sink, even though it's super close to the outlet. But I think this is what I needed. I'm having so much fun. Then I just need to figure out what to do with the countertops because I'll turn you guys around and give you a little sneak peek. See what I mean? It's just so close to the outlet, but it's centered on the sink. So I kind of really know what to do. I also think that our faucet is abnormally large. I might look and see maybe, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna pull up a little budget for this because I'd love to keep it like super budget friendly. I mean, we already have the mirror and the paint, which makes it already like a good time, you know, a good budget friendly time, but I feel like our faucet like abnormally big. And so your mirror is supposed to be, I looked it up, 4 to 6 inches from your countertop. This is 9 and it still doesn't clear the faucet. And it kind of just like bothers me if the faucet is in the way. So I need to either move it up, but then that would mean moving the light fixture, or I guess just getting a new faucet, which we could end up just like getting a nice gold one that will last us a couple years. I'm not really too sure. I got to figure out what to do with that, but super happy with the paint color. I love it so, so much. And I'm really happy with this mirror. This was just sitting on our sideboard. Obviously we have the Santa picture right there, and I'd rather it like go to good use. And this just I feel like fills the space a lot more. So I'm really happy with that. Maybe I can get Matt to like move that. Yeah, I feel like that's great progress for like day one. I'm feeling so accomplished. I just need to figure out what to do with the countertops, like I mentioned. So I would really like to refinish them because I do love the dark wood with the navy. I think it looks so nice. I think maybe they just need to be sealed properly, but then also I could just do contact paper and like cover it up. I don't know. Let me know what you guys would do. I'd be really curious. I mean, it would be a quick like staining job. I would just need to literally like sand it down and then restain it, and then maybe find like a water sealer. So I think that's the route I'm leaning towards, just because I feel like it gives so much character to the room. But then we have this like laundry cover here, and it's like light wood. So I'm almost thinking, do I just do contact paper here instead? Because like this to me clashes, or I could stain this as well, I guess. I gotta figure that out. But here's the day one update so far. Super happy with the progress that we've made. I feel like I needed this. My soul needed this, a little project to take on. I'm kind of nervous, honestly, but what's the worst that's gonna happen? It's not gonna turn out and everything is gonna be okay. Ooh, I don't like the texture of that. Oh no, that's not for me. She might be a small and mighty loaf of bread, but she's gonna be my loaf of bread, and that's all that matters. Okay, I'm really scared I fucked this up. How do you score something? Okay. Okay, I added some spice to the top. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to do that, but I wanted to try it. It's time to see if this works. See you on the flip side. Our oven runs really hot, so it's kind of a bit of a guessing game to figure out what temperature to run it at, because our oven is from 1983, fun fact. It's making some noise right now, but that's completely normal. She's an old gal, but she works, which is all that matters. Oh my god, it like looks like bread. No shit, Carter, it looks like bread. I meant it actually worked. You guys, it looks so good. Ah! Okay, I have to put it back in with the lid uncovered now, but let me show you what it looks like. It looks so good. Okay, back in she goes without the lid this time for, I think it's at 12 to 15 minutes. While we let the bread cool, I figure we could do a little bit of like reset fun stuff on my computer. I feel like I have like just, I can never escape dog hair, ever. I feel like it was like in my lip gloss. I am proud of myself for making the bread. I have to remind myself that the like act of being proud of something comes from trying something new, not the end result. And while the bread may be a little bit toasty on the outside, I'm sure it's still going to be delicious, and it's just going to take some trial and error. And I'm trying to remind myself that like it's not a reflection of like me not being able to make bread. It's just a learning process. So I'm really excited to cut into that. Hopefully it's still good. I mean, I think it will be. Meet our newest jelly cat member of the family. Gabby got me this. She sent me the sweetest package just to say like thank you for sharing the budget spreadsheet. But she knows me so well because she got me a few little treats, and one of them was a jelly cat. So he's sitting here keeping me company for the holidays. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. We're gonna go over a few things together, and then I wanna do a workout. I'm feeling really refreshed. I'm feeling very rejuvenated, and I'm really excited to see what December has in store. So anyways, without further ado, before the sun comes blaring in, let's get this going quick. I just looked up like bingo card template on Canva, came up with this one, changed a few things, tweaked a few colors, and here's what we came up with. I feel like it's a really fun way to like romanticize winter, and also I just feel like incentivize myself to like do things, try things, and just like have fun with it. So I have to figure out what my like little reward is going to be, because once again I do need to gamify everything, and maybe like a new jelly cat or like a few books I could pick up at the bookstore once we like hit bingo. But here are some of the lines I came up with so far. Obviously there's a few more I need to work on, but maybe this will help you get inspired to make your own bingo card for winter. And I just think it's like a really fun way, instead of just writing out like a bucket list or goals, it's just like gamifying it. Matt and I did F1 bingo at the beginning of this season, and it was just so much fun that I kind of want to do it for like everything in life now. So anyways, here's our little bingo card. Yeah, still some things to figure out. A lot is TBD, but we have some fun little, you know, spots, cards, what I don't even know what the words are, but like we have some fun things to accomplish this winter. So I'm really loving the bingo card. And then I figured we could go over my November TBR, how that went, and then I'll share my December one with you guys. So November went really well. If you watched the reading vlog, I had to swap out a few titles. Just I needed to prioritize better. Like I had a different fantasy book here, and then I was like, no girl, you need to read Air of Fire, like you're so behind. And so I swapped a few things out. I want to get better about reading my arcs closer to release date. Like I was reading arcs that were in like March 2026 when I had books that were coming out this month. And I think if I go back on my TBR tracker, sorry, my arc tracker, I think I ended up reading 6 this month. I read Drawn Together, The Perfect Host, Her One Regret, Blackthorn, How to Grieve Like a Victorian, and Daddy Issues. So I'm feeling really good about the ones that we accomplished this month. I'm just trying to be better about reading ones that are like close to release date. And obviously if you read it after release date, that's okay too, because I think a review is a review and it's great no matter what. But I'm trying to be better about prioritizing ones that are closer to release date. And yeah, but we did really, really good. The stars are books that I'm currently reading, and since it's only the 25th today, we have a few more days left in the month to finish them up, but I'll update you guys in a vlog, whichever ones we get done, when I share my reading wrap up. Now I figured I could share my December reading plan with you guys because I'm really excited about it. So our Fable book club pick, I think the poll closes today, is Merry Little Christmas by Lauren Blakely. Really excited about that. I think it's like a matchmaker, hockey, fake dating, little Christmas book. And then here are 3 books on my physical TBR that I want to get to this month. I have 2 library books I'm really excited about. These are 2 arcs that are coming out in December. So once again, just trying to prioritize those that are coming out this month and not like getting ahead of myself. And then new releases. I'm not buying books right now. So all of these, like I'll either be reading through the library or through NetGalley, where I get the arcs will go through NetGalley. And so some of these kind of like cross over, like these new releases. These 2 are library books, but these are just like older library books that I want to get to. And then Having Killed in Years was one of my Aardvark book club picks for November. So really excited about that. Our In Real Life book club, we are meeting I think mid-December, so I won't have that book until then, but I'll definitely update you guys when we figure out what it's going to be. But yeah, those are the reading plans for December. Super excited about that. November is going great this month. I think it's my best month yet in terms of sticking to like a reading plan. And I'm super excited about the bingo as well. And then yeah, I just updated the Notion. So I moved any of my current arcs into my read arcs if I read them. And then I just updated my physical TBR tracker, which we're starting from scratch in January with this. I feel like because I started this so late, like August or September, it wasn't super accurate. So I just decided, you know what, F it, let's just start fresh in 2026. All I want to do right now is just count the books on my physical TBR so that we can go into 2026 with like accurate numbers. So I think right now I have 25 left, which is awesome. So really excited about that. And then like I said, we'll have tons of fun reset videos at the end of December and just like book videos, like setting up the TBR and just like books I'm looking forward to. I'm so excited for the December content. I think it's going to be so fun. But those were just like a few little things I wanted to do. I just like sat here and literally made my December reading plan like right before I talked to you guys. That is a little bit of like fun resetting activities. I think I'm going to take the girls for WALK, and then I need to hit my 10,000 steps today. I need to get my workout in. But overall, I'm just having a really good day so far, and I hope you guys are enjoying tagging along. All right, Carter's first loaf of bread. Let's give it a taste test. I'm a little worried about it. I mean, it looks good on the inside, honestly. That's all that matters. I can't believe I did it. Like, I made bread. I'm so proud of myself. Oh my God, that's so good. She may not be perfect, but she's my first loaf of bread, and I'm very proud of her, and I'm gonna name her Betsy. Or now I will eat Betsy. Like, I've made it in the bread maker before, but that doesn't feel like I've done the work. I don't know. This is so good. Wow, this is so fun. Now I wanna make a jalapeno cheddar one. That would be so good. Jump scare! I'm pale as a ghost. I just took my makeup off because I'm getting ready to go for a run. It's currently 4:07. I gotta get going. I gotta stop yapping. But this is my favorite time of day to work out going into winter. Just, I don't know. I feel like in the spring, summer, fall, I love like a midday lunch break workout. That like really helps kind of me avoid that 3 p.m. slump. But in the winter specifically, I love a good like workout between 3 and 5 p.m. I like to keep myself busy when the sun starts to set because I feel like for me, I talked about this in a vlog a few weeks ago, like the sunset scaries are real. So I love working out because then by the time I leave the gym or get done my run or whatever, I do my workout at home, it's dark, but then I have like this hit of endorphins that I'm like so excited about the evening. I'm not a morning workout person. I need a slow morning. I'm not. Maybe Pilates once in a while, like that's nice, but other than that, I'm not a morning workout girly. I'd love to be, but right now we're the evening and that's okay. And I was originally going to do a full body workout today, but I have been trying to be better about like leaning into what I want, and I make it a non-negotiable, right? So with my 50-day challenge, I was originally doing working out every other day, but then I found like some days I was so sore from like a good lift that I'm doing 3 to 4 days a week. I prefer to get my workouts in during the week and then have weekends be active rest days. But I basically will be like, okay, today's a workout day. That's a non-negotiable. How are you moving your body? And I find giving myself the option helps me a lot. I know some people, it's probably best to be like, okay, like this is like my 4-day split, blah, 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 blah. But I'm someone who loves variability, and like variety is the spice of life, especially with workouts. So whether it's a Pilates at home, going to the gym, going for a run, and honestly on a day where I'm like, I really just don't want to, I'll just go walk on an incline on the treadmill with my Kindle and like read for an hour. I know it's like walking, but it's still getting me out of the house, getting me to the gym. And my trick also, maybe this is helpful, is I tell myself like, you just have to go for 10 minutes. You just have to go for 10 minutes. And then once I'm there and I get into it, I'm like, oh, I'm good to go. That's like my biggest like life hack is I will tell my brain, oh, you only have to go to the gym for 10 minutes, like on the days that I'm really not feeling it. And that always helps me a lot too. I'm laughing because for some people 0 degrees Celsius is like probably so cold, and I'm like, oh, that's like a warm day, I'm gonna go for a run outside. I'm gonna feel so good. Same thing with the run. I'll be like, you only have to run 1 kilometer, and then after a kilometer I'm like, I mean actually no one feels good after a kilometer, but like after 2 I'm like, oh, I can totally keep doing this. Or I'll be like, you only have to run for 5 minutes, and then I'm like, oh, this is great, la 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 la, like live laugh love. So yeah, gonna do that. Probably take the girls for a walk after 2. Matt and I like to do a big walk before dinner, especially now that it's getting dark out, so we can cozy in after. And yeah, but I'm feeling good. Let's go for a run. I don't know how I'm gonna vlog my run, but I'm gonna go for a run. been spending some time this morning, as you guys saw, just like scrolling on Pinterest and really getting inspired for winter. I just have to say, no offense, Pinterest, like love you forever, girly, but I'm so sick of all these ads and shit. And also like, why is the first thing that come up more ideas and not my saves? So annoying. I don't think that my Pinterest board itself has any ads, but it's just like getting to be too much. We've got lots of little just like moments of daylight, really appreciating, I feel like, the little things, the little glimpses of golden hour, lots of baking, cozy socks, cozy sweaters. I loved this picture with the mug and the logs. I'm kind of just building off of the same board from last year because I loved a lot of my saves. We've got, you know, just like enjoying your coffee by the window in the morning. I loved this just like cozy vibe with the candles and the Scrabble and the popcorn. I have been loving, as you guys saw in the reading vlog, bringing our duvet downstairs and just reading, like cozied up in the duvet. So I loved this photo. I saved that, just like a very cozy winter evening vibe. I saved this quote because I think it's really important. I can achieve my wildest creative dreams going slow and resting often. I love that, especially for winter, and just like a bunch of cozy saves, card games, lots of candles, spending time outside, pizza, reading, all the good vibes. So that's everything I kind of saved for winter, just very cozy at home hobby time. Okay, let me go into our home Pinterest board and find it. Did I do downstairs bathroom or bathroom? I just kind of saved some things that inspired me with the downstairs bathroom. I was really thinking it would be nice. I loved this really thick, tall beadboard with the thick trim on it. I thought that would be really nice for the back wall since it's so boring and like empty and I don't really know what else to do with it. If you are wanting to do like molding or paneling or beadboard or anything like that, there is always a lot of great reference points on Pinterest, I find, as well as TikTok and Instagram. I also loved this photo of just like styling the countertop, which I thought was really, really pretty. I feel like we have such a big vanity that I want to like just, I don't know, I want it to be very homey when people walk in. A lot of these saves are for like down the line, like in 3 to 5 years. We would love to put a shower down there, but it's not really a priority right now. We really need to figure out what we're doing with the upstairs empty room. I love that. That's like a good reference photo, I feel like, for like the blue vanity with just like the beadboard. I just like love everything about this photo. Love the chunky trim at the bottom. I'm obsessed with chunky trim. I'm actually going to save this. I think I might actually already have it saved, but I actually really love this. I think I would love to do some like big chunky hooks like this with like a big piece of vertical art. I think this looks really nice with the beadboard. I think that is absolutely stunning. So I've just been getting inspired. 7:53. I need to get going on work for the day. I start work at 8 and then I'll chat with you guys over, maybe I'll take like a morning break. We can go over the budget together and then close out this video. I'm also going to go run super, super quick and put a load of laundry in with all of our winter sweaters, just like the thicker ones, because I want to get the closet all swapped over for winter. Morning, you guys. It is the next day. I've just been working the morning away by the Christmas tree, which is like a little bit of a bad habit I have during the holidays, but that's okay. Is what it is. It is 11 o'clock. I'm actually about to just clock out for my lunch break, but I wanted to come on and end the video off. And this was so much fun. I'm definitely feeling really re-inspired heading into winter, and I'm really excited about the home project that we started, especially scrolling on Pinterest this morning. That always gives me so much inspiration. And now I just like want to keep trying new things. Like I feel like with the bread, obviously it wasn't perfect, you know, like she was a little on the darker side. She did not expand or rise as much as I wanted it to. I think the water wasn't warm enough. But anyways, it's a learning process and it's really fun to learn, and I at least did it. So next we're gonna do cinnamon buns, because that was like on my list of things to learn this year. You guys know it's my all-time favorite dessert. So I'm locking in. I'm locking into making cinnamon buns in December, or honestly maybe in the Christmas vlog. Who knows? I'm gonna do it though. Hold me accountable, guys. Hold me to making cinnamon buns. But I do feel like I'm kind of getting that little spark back. I really do think that like just trying new things and keeping myself busy, but not in a toxic productivity way. Like obviously yesterday on my day off, like we did things all day, but then we relaxed in the evening and read our books and like, you know what I mean? Like kind of just chilled out a little bit. It's been really, really nice. And I do feel kind of like that spark of creativity and that like spark inside me kind of coming to light again. So that's good. But last night we also just sat down right after dinner and did some like project planning and things like that. I wanted to create a new weekly cleaning schedule, especially going into winter. And then also I was just kind of brainstorming what I wanted the budget to look like for winter, because I do think that like the seasons affect your budget. For example, in the summer, I feel like we go out a lot more. We want to do things, eat out, so we prioritize that. Whereas in the winter, I could like hibernate and just be at home all day. So I was kind of just trying to plan some things out, and I got a question in a vlog either last week or the week before just asking about like finding time to clean when we do that. I feel like I don't show it in the vlogs because it's not really exciting, but if you guys want to see like more of just like, I guess like cleaning day to day, not like cleaning vlogs, but just like how I incorporate it, I guess, into like the home vlogs and things like that, let me know. But I wanted to share my new little plan with you guys. So I'm really into habit stacking. I think habit stacking is such a great habit. It's basically when you put something new on something that you already do to like form a new habit. And I love specifically using habit stacking to like clean and tidy. So there's kind of like 4 habit stacks that I do. I feel like day to day, we just try to keep the house tidy. So anytime basically before my workday starts, it's usually after I drink my first coffee, because then I bring the mug to the kitchen. I'll do like a 5-minute tidy of the main floor. So like the girls like to take a lot of toys out before bed and just do a quick tidy of the main floor before I start work. And then at lunch, I will typically unload the dishwasher. I typically do leftovers for lunch. So I'll just try and see if I can like beat the microwave timer and unload the dishwasher. After work, I always, every single day, vacuum the house. That to me is like the signal that like the workday is done. And obviously these like apply to my work from home days and like the days on the weekend. With the day I'm in office, I don't ever clean, truthfully. So like Thursdays, we don't really do anything. Yeah, I love to vacuum. It takes me like maybe 20 minutes. Honestly, it gets me a few steps in, and I have to vacuum every day to keep up with the dog hair. So I typically just put in an audiobook and I vacuum. That's a big tip too. I feel like listening to a podcast or an audiobook makes cleaning so much more fun. And then right before bed, we do like a 5-minute tidy of the kitchen. So those are some of the habit stacks that we do. And then in terms of weekly, like our room system, I do feel like when my mental health dips, especially in the winter, cleaning can feel really, really hard, and then everything piles up and it just feels like a lot of like noise in my brain. So part of like my winter reset and like resetting my life for winter was building a cleaning schedule that felt gentle and doable. And I find like winter is already hard for a lot of us, I feel like, on our mental health. So the last thing I need is like this overwhelming cleaning schedule. So I want my space to feel like something I can support, not something that I'm always feeling like I am like behind on. So instead of spending like a Sunday reset cleaning the whole house, I like to divvy it up throughout the week. It works best for me just because I work from home. Obviously everyone's situation is gonna be a little different, but Fridays I tidy up the home office. I feel like it's a really good way to kind of like close the door on that room, turn on the weekend, turn off work mode. Sundays, Matt and I each tackle a bathroom. That's something that's like a non-negotiable for us and that he like is always helping with. Mondays, I tidy up the closet because we typically do laundry Sundays. So we'll clean up the closet, do any more laundry that we need to. I've started washing clothes during the day. It's only drying clothes that's really expensive during the day. I've realized that's something new. I thought it was like everything. So we've been doing a lot more like laundry during the day to keep up with it, especially working from home. And then I'll just let it air dry. And then things that we need the dryer for, like towels, duvet covers and stuff, we'll do that over the weekend when it's cheaper to dry. Tuesday and Wednesday are the days I do boring things like cleaning the mirrors around the house, dusting, anything like that. Like just anything that's left over, tidying up, putting packages away, get it in the recycling ready, etc. And then Thursday, I typically don't do anything because I either go into the office on Thursdays or Fridays. So that's kind of like the weekly cleaning schedule. I'm probably forgetting a room, but I feel like some of the rooms in our house are pretty straightforward. Like our dining room doesn't need a day to tidy up. Like it's just like in a constant state of like tidy. Same with our bedroom. Like our bedroom's pretty small, you guys have seen. So like, I mean, we make the bed every day and that's like really about it. So these are like the main things that we tackle. And you guys will see the budget next week, probably like integrated into just a home vlog. I feel like it's a little too early. You guys are seeing this on the 26th. I feel like we still have 4 or 5 days left. And I am doing a low spend right now. So like the budget is like, there's nothing gonna be huge coming out in the next 4 or 5 days, but I like to share it as close to the end of the month as I can, just to be as accurate as possible. So I've just been kind of thinking about how I feel like every season kind of comes with like highs and lows. So like in the summer, I feel like we have more spontaneous plans, higher variable spending, whereas in the winter, I feel like I go through these cycles of like I'm underspending because I'm hibernating at home. Will impulse buy something because I've been like, oh, I haven't spent anything all week. Like, let's go to HomeSense. And so I really want to budget for getting out of the house more frequently in the winter. So I feel like that will affect more of like our eating out coffee budget, just like making plans with friends, getting out of the house more. I find when I get out of the house more during the week, I'm less likely to kind of like binge spend and impulse spend over like one day. Like if I didn't leave the house Monday through Thursday, let's say I go into the office Friday, and then let's say I go into the city on Saturday to have coffee with my mom and then go shopping, I have this like tendency to like want to spend money because I haven't spent all week. Whereas if I go maybe work from a coffee shop one day, or get myself lunch the day I'm in office, get out over my lunch break, go for a walk, I'm less likely to have that like impulse tendency to want to spend a big chunk of change. So just making sure to add and be mindful of intentional fun in the budget, whether that is, like I said, bumping up the coffee budget a little bit. I don't know, maybe letting myself do like one fun hobby purchase every month, like a new puzzle or something. I find getting out of the house more makes me spend less money, if that makes sense. And yeah, so I've just been kind of thinking about that, home projects that are coming up, and really just like being intentional and getting out of this cycle of like not spending for a week and then like binge spending. Like I'd rather spend little amounts over a few days and kind of curb that like big spending need at the end of the week. I also wanted to end this video off with just like a little bit of, I was gonna say wisdom, but like that's probably not the right word. I think it's so important to be neutral about winter. That sounds like really silly to some, but I found that when I stopped hating winter, because realistically winter comes no matter if we want it to or not, when I took a neutral stance against it, it actually made it a lot more enjoyable than going into it like hating it and despising it. I don't think you need to love it, but being neutral about it helps a lot too. So that's one of my biggest tips, is just like be neutral about winter. Like instead of being like, I hate winter, just be like, winter is winter and that's it. And it'll be over and spring will come and life moves on. And guess what? Every single year, winter has ended at some point. Like maybe working your way up to enjoying it, but I don't think I felt like 2-3 years ago, I had like a big mindset shift with winter, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna hate winter, but I'm not gonna love it. I'm just gonna be neutral. And that was the way to go, in my opinion. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.